New research shows that global online advertising dropped by 5% during the recession this year. But this was a much smaller decline than almost any other advertising category. And analysts predict that online advertising's global share will grow from its current 10% to 15% by 2012. UAE-based web agency of the year, Z Communications LLC, says the importance of online marketing and advertising for companies cannot be underestimated because it provides an integral opportunity to grow their clients' businesses. To tell us more, we're joined now by Z Communications Managing Director, Mr. Robert Mitchell. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me here.
Pleasure. Now, how has the industry fared this year with the global recession? Do companies still have money to spend on online marketing?
I think they do. I think many companies have realized that money spent in online marketing is well spent money, and it's also very measurable compared to spending money on broadcast media, which is often very hard to actually measure the effect. If you spend your dollars into online, you can actually really measure the audience, see who's on your site, see how long they're actually spending on the site and what they're looking at. You know, overall, globally, yes, spending has gone down. I think of all the sectors, as you rightly said, online has been less hard hit than anybody else. Yeah. And I think in this region there's huge potential because the government of the UAE has invested very wisely in infrastructure. And the UAE is now part of the top 30 in terms of online connectivity, which puts it on a par with kind of very tech-savvy markets like Sweden, Japan, even the United States, which is, you know, a huge potential.
It's fantastic, as you just said, the fact that we're on a par with such countries as Japan and America. You look at the population differences, and it's really great to see the government investing in that. Now, as you just said, technology has become such a big part of our lives nowadays. We're constantly online. So how important do you think online marketing is?
I think it's vital. I think, you know, if you look at the way that people have changed, say, in the last 5 years in the use of media, even in developed markets, you know, media used to be very simple for ad agencies like us. Yeah. It was television, there were newspapers, there was some radio, and there was a bit of outdoor, and that was about it. In the past 5 years, there's been a complete paradigm change in the way that people use media. You know, now we're confronted, all of us are confronted 24/7 by media, from the bathroom to the boardroom. We can't get away from it.
Do you think it's become so successful because it's so easy to access constantly? The fact you don't have to be in front of a television or don't have to be listening to the radio. It's media on your terms, I suppose.
It's media on your terms. It's obviously interactive. You know, so you can't really interact with the television. You can watch it, you can react to it, but you can't interact with it. Whereas with online media, there's a huge potential for interaction and for you know, taking things to, for instance, online commerce, e-commerce platforms.
So do you think online marketing is more profitable than, say, offline marketing?
For our clients, definitely, yes, because the investment is actually relatively low, and the potential return at least is huge. You know, if you've got some initial investment in building a website or building a viral piece or a marketing campaign, but the media costs are very low, some of it's frankly free. You know.
So what do you think the most important thing is in successful online marketing? Do you think it's website design or catchiness, interactive? What are your biggest tips?
I think in the past it was building, you know, outstanding websites that were really innovative, that people were interested in, they wanted to go and visit. And I think what will happen over the next few years is that we need to figure out how to actually take the offering on the web to where people are. And where people are is basically in social media sites. So it's really less about drawing people to the client's sites, it's more about taking the sites to the people.
Yep. Well, you've actually been very successful this year, 2009 Web Agency of the Year, as well as a number of other awards, and working with the Abu Dhabi government. Yeah. What is the key to your success?
The key, I think, is just to stay on the cutting edge of trends and innovations in the industry. And we do that by a mix of local hiring, you know, hiring the best people in the market, either locally or internationally, really getting a great group of people together. We've been very lucky. We've won, I think, something like 40 awards this year internationally for online work, which is great. And you know, the team have done an outstanding job. We did a really nice job for the Executive Affairs Authority in Abu Dhabi. The Abu Dhabi Awards is an annual award from the Abu Dhabi government, and they asked us to have a look at their online offering. And we kind of realized that we really needed to get beyond a traditional website to get the message out there, to explain to people what the awards were about, and just to attract more online nominations, to get more people to visit the website. And our team came out with a great piece, which is a piece of kinetic type, like a personalizable video that you could actually send to your friends. And it got great response.
Oh, wait. So what do you expect for 2010? We're seeing the economy slowly starting to strengthen as well, thanks to government support. It does seem that companies are beginning to expand again. Do you think your industry will expand again?
I think so, yes. I think, we obviously encourage our clients to go on spending through the recession because
yes.
all
Easier said
studies,
than done.
all studies show that, the companies the brands that invest in bad times really come out when the economy picks up again. Really come out on the other side in a much, much stronger position. And I know that a lot of clients have been holding back investments in marketing. And, we expect that to then come back because they obviously need to spend a little bit more to get back to where they were before. So we see a very bright future for 2010.
It's going to be a very interesting 12 months.
I think it will be. I see two major trends. One is that there'll be much more crossover between online and offline media. I think one thing will happen is that perhaps a major European newspaper may actually go out of print and will go into online subscription only, just because it's a much cheaper, much better business model for them. And I think you'll also see traditionally online brands, maybe like Yahoo, moving into your discipline of television. That's my prediction. And the second one is I think you'll see more bigger clients moving away from big agencies towards smaller agencies like Zed, we hope.
Well, you have to keep us updated. Thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Robert Mitchell from Zed Communications LLC. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for having me in.
Well, that's it for this edition of Inside Business. You can contact us by writing to ib@city7tv.com. You can also join the Inside Business Facebook page. But for now, from all of us on the Business Desk, goodbye and thanks for watching.